Now, how do you close running apps on the Apple Watch? I mean, the same way you can swipe up on apps on your iPhone to close them. I mean, how do you do that on the Apple Watch? And it's actually pretty simple if you have set it up correctly. And I mean, if not, there are like 3 ways to make it work, or 3 approaches to this. So yeah. Anyways, the first option is by clicking on the side button on the Apple Watch. I mean, not the digital crown, but this side button. If you just click here, you're gonna get this section of all of the recent apps. So here, for example, I have the music or now playing App Store. App Store was the latest one I was using. So in order to delete it, I can just slide it like this and X pops up and I just close the app, and I can go like this on and on until I close all of the apps and nothing stays open running on the Apple Watch. To be honest, I do not consider this to be like a game changer or something that I would advise you to do. I don't think it does that much, or I don't think it's anything worth like looking at or like doing. Anyways, if you don't have this, if something else pops up when you can see when you just tap the side button, then you can just set it up in the settings. So like I say, it may be possible that the recent apps or the running apps on the Apple Watch are not going to pop up when you tap the side button. For this, in order to set it up, go to the Watch app, which is on the iPhone paired to the Apple Watch, and here right under the app view is the dock section. It's pretty much a setting on what happens when you tap or click the side button on the Apple Watch. So dock for me is recent, and it may be switched to favorites, so you can just set up which favorite apps you're going to have in here. And now when I tap it and I click the side button, you can see activity, heart rate, workout, music, the same way as they are organized in here. So right now I can just close them from here, but it just removes them from the favorite section. And for example, the workout, I can remove the workout and it just makes it disappear from here. So it doesn't close the apps in the background. It just like messes up with your favorites folder. So you can also make it recent, and now it just switches to the setting, because setting is the recent one. And if I remove it, nothing happens and I pretty much just closed the app. So this is also another way to look at it. Plus, there is also background app refresh. Here in the Apple Watch app on your iPhone, if you go to the general, if you scroll down, you can see background app refresh. So if you want to close the app, I mean, even if you do it, then it can be refreshed in the background, and I have it turned on for pretty much all of the apps. That means that even if I close it, then activity has to be refreshed in the background. Or for example, the weather is a good example. I mean, whenever I don't open up the weather, I mean, it may happen that I just don't click on it for like 3 days, but since it's just being refreshed constantly in the background, which of course uses internet and battery, a bit of battery life, but then after I open it up after 3 days, I'm going to be presented with the correct and up-to-date information about the weather. That's because it's just constantly getting there. It's fetching the data to make sure that whenever I open the app, it just gives me the right information right away. If you turn it off, however, then it just doesn't gonna refresh it in the background, and when I open it, it's gonna show me briefly the old data until it loads the newest one. So it's up to you. I mean, of course, it takes a bit of your data and battery life and stuff, but I don't think it's that important. Of course, it depends on what you want to do and if you want to save the battery that much or what's really going on. But anyways, these were the ways how to close apps on the Apple Watch and make sure that they are not running anymore. Hope you enjoyed it, and for more Apple Watch videos like this one right here, click on it and we can see each other there.